23. Trevon
Laughlin.
Trayvon.
5'6", 120 sophomore.
That's a nice little run.
Konawaena Junior Varsity.
I'm going to let you talk about the Konawaena Wildcats, and I'll stay on the Viking side. You pronounced that very well, Charles. Trayvon. You got some talent. Oh, going the same play, the opposite side. Look at that swarming defense. Ball is loose. It pops up. Looks like Kona got it, though. Second down.
And, you know, I'm surprised it hasn't had more fumbles considering how slippery this field looks so far.
Yeah.
But it looks like these teams are willing to just, you know, take ball control and not do anything too spectacular outside of just, you know, controlling the field position.
Keeping it simple.
But Konawaena is going to have to do something down 21-0. They're going to have to try and make some big plays.
You're right. That ain't going to work. Especially that defense. I noticed in my other game I called too, the middle part of the Viking defense, especially that defensive line, solid. That
it's
one gap, two gap.
Yeah, their penetration and their gap control, and they do a lot of crossing and slanting. And that's what you need when you got undersized linemen. You need them to be quick, agile, get into that hole, get into the crease, and make a tackle. And Kyle and all these coaches are great at teaching technique.
Oh, he's dropping back the pass on this play.
He's rolling out to the right. Looks like the flag came out, and he looks to take a late hit. I'm not sure.
Another flag flies.
Oh, looks like they got the late hit and maybe a holding call. Might be offset.
I think you're right, Charles.
Penalties.
I think you're right. I think that was a hold, and then I think you're right about that late hit.
You know, now they're trying to protect quarterbacks just like the NFL, college, you know, down the ranks, and there's no different in the high school ranks. And I think that's a good thing, you know, keep these kids fresh and preserve them from having to go through 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks in a year.
That's true.
You know.
Are you saying that because you're a former quarterback?
I am a quarterback.
See? I knew that. You're a little biased. You don't want to get dirty.
Yeah.
You don't want to get dirty. You want to wear that red vest, right?
Exactly.
Don't touch me. I think, are they deciding which way to go here? Well, so would those penalties offset and just play that down again?
Yeah.
Really?
That's really what should happen.
Okay.
Well, what happened with me and how I ended up at quarterback was I actually never played football until my sophomore year because my mom didn't believe in football. She knew it was a violent sport. She
played other sports though.
Baseball and basketball are my two primary sports.
Okay.
And as a basketball player, agility and hand-eye coordination. I mean, if you're good at basketball, almost any other sport comes naturally. So when I came out for football my sophomore year, I went out as a corner. Because it was a natural thing for me to be able to guard and defend defensive backs. But it wasn't until later that year they saw me warming up one day before practice, throwing the ball at some of my friends, and they realized I had a good, decent arm because I was a pitcher, and I played collegiately as a pitcher at the D1 level. But that's how I ended up at quarterback. And we didn't really use me much because we averaged about 7 to 9 passes a game because we were just pounding the ball up the middle majority of the time, crunch left, power right, that kind of thing, you know. And now as the game kind of evolves and a lot of these BIIF teams start passing more, they're starting to see these kids get real opportunities at the next level because you have to evolve in order to do that.
That's offsides. Well, you talk about being a baseball player and especially a pitcher, you know, that's really, you know, it's good to know to put you in a position where you can throw the football.
Yeah. It's a different style of throwing. And what was funny, a little story about that was I had went to the June Jones camp my junior season, and they said, hey, do you have a quarterbacks coach? And I said, no, I mean, we don't really throw the ball much. He's like, yeah, I can tell because you look like you're throwing a baseball.
Oh, but you can throw the football 100 yards, end over end, catch it. Yeah. They're going to punt this again. Do you think he's offsides again?
I think so. They're, you know, they need to get themselves under control. I'm sure the coaches are yelling at them from the sidelines. And
unless you think they're trying to block it. I mean, They're coming on the outside,
Yeah.
trying to block it. That's 2 offside penalties in a row. Is that a first? Oh, they got tons of room to go to the first down. Maybe that's why they're just jumping.
Right.
Maybe they'll do extra running for that on Monday. They don't jump offsides this time. They get the kickoff end over end. It hits the ground. Oh, touched it. He picked it up. That's your boy, number 5 again.
Wow.
Damian Kai. Mentioned his name before. So it's 21-0. It's 7 minutes in to the third quarter. And they get the ball back again. It seems like the weather is getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not raining as much.
That's great. But, you know, the tough thing for the varsity to come after a JV performance of 2 hours running around and cutting up the grass on this field, I mean.
When you look at the monitor, though, look at that.
It looks great.
It looks like it's
great
turf.
on the monitor, yeah.
Right, it looks beautiful.
And from up here, you can see all the little brown stains.
Right. They give it to the horse, man.
Number 21 pumping it. He looks a little like a mini Ezekiel Elliott.
He does.
His style of running.
He does. Of course, same number 2, right? But yeah, he is low to the ground. This guy. And like you said, he's just a sophomore, right? So he's got 2 more years to run them legs for the Vikings, man. Handed it off to him again. Maybe they're just gonna pound the rock.
Right. Wait, why
Maybe they're happy with their lead here and just run the clock down.
Preserve the lead, run the clock down, and
run Pasco till he has 27 bruises all over himself, man. He's just gonna run the ball. He's gonna need to sit in that. Do you have that ice bath when you guys were in high school?
We did. Unfortunately, it wasn't big enough to fit many of us, but we definitely used it sparingly.
They got some nice facilities now with the new gym. They got, you know, the trainers there and doing so well. Oh, they got to him. That's a rarity. They sacked the quarterback on that play.
Doesn't happen very often. They do a lot of quick throws.
Right.
You know, or a lot of deception, so you don't really know where the ball's going. So it kind of throws off the ends, and they have to play more conservative typically because they don't want to run past the runner.
Well, I haven't seen this for a while. The quarterback punts as well.
You know, Hilo has all kind of tricks up their sleeve. Who knows what's going on?
Who knows what's going to happen? He's going to punt it. That's a nice punt. Not too bad. And a great Viking bounce. I would wish I could do the math on that. I don't know how long that was, but it was at least 40 to 50 yards.
Yeah, looks like about 38 in the air and probably a good 15 to 20 yard bounce.
After that. And to get that kind of bounce on a muddy field, it's pretty impressive, man.
So what teams did you help coach in Oahu when you were there?
So I first taught at Campbell High School. So when I was at Campbell, Coach Darren Hernandez was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's awesome. So I helped.
He's one of the commentators for OC16. I watch him all the time.
He is. He's good at that too. So I helped with the football team, and then there's no track coach. So they always ask the PE guys, we got no track coach. So I coached track, and that was a different experience because I ran track my senior year because of one reason. Rainer Galdones was my classmate, and he was the fastest kid on the island.
Wow.
And he won he won the gold medal for all of us.
So they needed you for the 4x1, huh?
They needed me to bring up the rear every single, I did the 800, came in last, and I did the high jump. I think I cleared like 5.2. It was sad. It was pathetic. I'm half German, you know, so I can't really jump high, so it was sad. It was bad. But
you got the dense bones, huh?
I guess. I don't know. I can't jump. But I had, you know, senior year, man, you got to do everything, right? You gotta no regrets your senior year. So, I told all my classmates, I said, you know, let's try to be in every page of the yearbook. You know, it did help because I was on the yearbook committee, but let's try to get on every page of this yearbook and make some memories. You know, have some fun, man. Because you know, high school. I mean, it's one of the best times of your life.
Exactly.
You know,
and
especially
you
in
don't
a small
realize
town.
it until you look back at it, right?
You don't. And then you have that thing called regret, right? So that's what I tell my students as freshmen all the time, because they think they have an eternity.
Right.
I said, no. Like, look at this year. We have a few more weeks, and then half of their freshman year is
this
over.
season felt like it flew by, too.
Yep.
And the part of it is when something's exciting and you're enjoying it, it tends to do that.
Yes, because you're having fun.
Appreciate every moment. That's the lesson here.
That's it. I'm telling you. Life is short. And these moments, especially, playing sports, I got injured. My junior year, I broke my ankle in soccer. I went to the state tournament, but we couldn't play. I just watched. But, I was thankful that I had my senior to play. And next thing you know, it's like you're in your last game. You got the lays on and you're singing alma mater. And next thing you know, you got the lighting of the letters and homecoming. And it's the prom and you're graduating.
To the real world.
That's it. Yep. It happens that fast. But to play at this level, I was kind of like you. Like, the only football I knew was the Nerf football by myself in the front yard. I used to throw passes to myself. I used to punt the ball, catch the ball. I used to have all these games in my mind, hours and hours by myself. We moved up on Konawaena, and there wasn't anybody over there when we moved over there. So my brother and my two sisters, those are my best friends, So, and my brother wasn't much of a football player. He played football, but he'd rather be on his bicycle. And then I got my sisters, so I was out there by myself. And so my sophomore year, plus I was a skinny little guy too, so my sophomore year was my first year I played football too. But I had a blast, man. I'll tell you that much.
No, there's no other sport like it. Coming out of this stadium with
you.
the chicken skin and just the crowd behind you, roaring, the band, the cheerleaders.
I'm telling you, you can't beat it.
It's something else.
Friday Night Lights, man.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I remember looking back and, I'm going to date myself. The band was playing Go-Go's. We got the beat. Eye of the Tiger, things like that. And it's like, oh, it's game time, man. You know what I mean? A lot of fun.
Konawaena up the middle gets popped by number 44 from Hilo. That was a great hit. I think he stopped Konawaena.
Tai?
Yeah.
You're better at pronouncing these names than me. I hope Trayvon makes another place so you can say his name again.
Tai Nemo.
There you go.
Number 44, linebacker, 10th grade.
They're trying to go up the middle. That's hard to do on this Viking defense, I'm telling you. Oh, a double move. You're right with the double move down the seam. Oh.
Just couldn't hook up with him. But he definitely looked like he had a little bit of daylight there.
He did have a step.
Sasaki again. Just out of his reach, but the QB put a pretty good pass on him.
Very good, and had time to throw.
Number 1, Landon Dekel Shimobukuro.
There you go.
Through that pass.
You got a hyphen on that one?
Yeah.
That's good, man. But look at the yardage they need to get a first down. You're looking at almost 20 yards.
Right. And I think that's been Konawaena's problem going so far this game is they're a little predictable, in downs where they should be changing it up with the passes or taking some shots, they're running it up the middle, and now when they're long in distance, they're trying long passes, which is what Hilo's waiting for. So they have to do something a little different to get some success out here, I think. But for now, it looks like they're going to punt it back to Hilo.
They're going to need to punt it.
Two Hilo players waiting at the 40.
You're down 21 points, right? It's getting a little drier out there. You're going to have to start throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'd have to, throw some runs in there, too. But like you said, I think the rhythm of what they're calling is kind of playing into the hands of the Viking defense. Looks like the Viking guys, they kind of know what's coming on.
Right.
And now we got good field position again.
So far, Hilo has had Konawaena's number tonight. They lead 21-0 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the third quarter. Konawaena just punted Hilo the ball. It looks to be 1st and 10 on the 40.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the offensive coordinator folks guys do. Or do we just keep on playing it safe and just keep on running the ball and being, okay with the lead, or do we open it up and try to score again?
Got two wide receivers out to the right, a wide out, or two and two is split actually.
Yep. So passing down, they're gonna go to the flat. Nice catch. Nice move to the inside and the outside. Again, another move. Still on his feet.
Slipping guys left and right.
We got a flag.
Two guys miss before he finally was corralled by Konawaena's safety.
That's a Kui, you're right. Nice moves over there. What do you think that flag was for? Maybe a face mask of some sort? I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't see where it was, so usually you can kind of determine what it was depending on where they threw it. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Konawaena using their head, and it looks to be a personal foul.
Helmet to helmet kind of thing, or spearing, maybe targeting.
Typically a 15-yard penalty using the crown of the helmet, it looked like.
That might be half the distance. They're kind of getting close. Your eyes are better than mine.
Yeah. Probably not much better.
Well, I'm a 1991 graduate, so that means I'm 46. So it's all downhill, brother. My eyes are. I got the LASIK eye surgery when I was 25, but.
Can you have it again?
That's a great question. I should ask.
Yeah.
Do I have the money? Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. I got 6 kids at home, man. So, food bills. That's my LASIK eye surgery right there. I don't know. I'm biased. I would run the ball to this big, wide side of the field and just stretch it all long and get it in. But we'll see what happens. They go up the middle. Oh, keeps it. They go to the short side of the field.
Yeah.
He's still going to get in.
Well,
easy.
It's that deception, because exactly what we thought. They did the exact opposite. They faked to the wide side and ran to the short side.
That's why we're doing what we're doing over here. We're not on the sidelines because we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Coach Murray's a tremendous play caller. You know, he's really had this offense humming all year long, and just talking to him yesterday and him expressing his excitement and thrill for these boys, it's amazing to see.
You know,
this don't come easy.
You spend time with these offensive coordinators, and it's like they're magicians. It's like they're playing chess, because every play, they're setting up the next play.
Right.
And then, like you and I think, oh, they're gonna run this play.
Right.
Nope, they're not gonna run that play, because you think.
Right.
They're gonna run
That's
that play.
what they want you to think, and they run the opposite typically.
And then you, like you said, you're caught back on your heels, and next you know, they got another 7 on the board. It's 28-0. 28-0.
Definitely, Konawaena has been on their heels all night, and Hilo High has just been pressing on both sides of the field. Their defense has been swarming a lot of penetration in the front 7.
Yep.
Their DBs have been draped all over their receivers. At times, they've been trying to throw it deep, but no success so far. Konawaena does have a great team, I can tell you that. They never bring a team that does not have a competitive spirit out here. They're always one of the top squads, whether it's junior varsity or varsity. Kona looks to turn it around here at the end of the third quarter with 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Vikings are about to kick it off.
Yes, sir. Trey Langacker back to kick. I did promise some of my students that I would give them some shout outs tonight.
There we go.
So, did Konawaena touch that, and did we get that ball back?
It looks like.
Or did Konawaena just push it out of bounds? I don't know what happened. Can you see that?
It looks like it went out of bounds. So it looks like it hit a Kona player, it trickled towards the sideline, and the Hilo player tried to dive on it and ended up hitting it out of bounds. But it was a nice attempt.
That was very fortunate. Imagine if Hilo High School got the ball back again. How disheartening would that be for the Wildcats?
It would be incredibly disheartening, and would run out the clock, because once they reach 35-0, right?
That is right. Running clock after that.
Which is what I predicted, actually, before this game, but I thought it would come in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Oh, that's a forward pass. Incomplete pass. I believe that was forward. Your eyes are better than mine, but...
Yeah, no, it definitely looked like it was a little forward. And I don't know if you folks can tell at home, but this is not a typical football field. This is a baseball field, folks, at home. So the field is a little slanted. It's hard to tell exactly what yard line they're at, because we're at an angle here, and the pylons are, you know, probably no bigger than 6 inches by 6 inches. It looks like.
Right, you're right. But this is how many years we've been playing here at this stadium?
It might be
Interception right through the hands
the
right there.
entire history of Hilo High School. I'm not really sure because from what I heard, this actually used to be a racetrack for horses back in the day.
Wow.
Even before it became a baseball field. Yeah.
Wow, you got some knowledge there. Racetrack for
Random
horses.
knowledge. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, you played baseball here, so you've been on this diamond.
I've been on this diamond.
Right? Many
It's
times.
my home right there on that mound. Dominating.
So as a baseball player, do you get offended that they actually play football on your baseball field? Because I've never actually talked to baseball players, because it's always the football guys saying, "Oh man, we're on a baseball field."
Right.
Kind of like my favorite team of all time, the Oakland Raiders. We play on a baseball field too. You know?
Well, speaking of the Raiders, I'm looking forward to them going to Vegas.
You and my
favorite town.
That's true. That is true.
Outside of Hilo.
Everybody's team, right?
Exactly.
So as a baseball player, do you like? How do you feel about
I hated.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I hated it, but I didn't like the fact that they'd basically ruin our field by the time we'd come out there, and it would mess up my outfielders from catching fly balls, at least for the first half of our season, because it takes a while for this field to dry out and get better. But I can tell you, it's a drop pass.
That is
by number 23. The DB was looking to take that to the house, but I think he was looking at the house before he had the ball.
He was looking at something else, but John Oda,
but
23.
What I think allows this field to be not as bad as previous years is Waikea getting their own facility, because back-to-back nights of 4 squads playing on this field, it was complete.
You're right. You're right.
Mush by the time the Sunday came around.
Because I remember this field being very, very lush, and I also remember this field being a mud ball. It's just straight mud, especially in the middle of the field,
Right.
That's why our offense had to throw it on the right side or the left side all the time.
Hilo motioning number 26 across the
back and
face
forth
of the
a couple
QB.
times.
Handing
There's your
off to
boy
number
right
21
here.
off the right side.
Pasco. Looks like a hold as well. Flag came out. Just the same dish they're serving is just give it to Pasco. Man. Just run it again.
Well, he's been consistent, and I think they got to change that hurdling rule, because that hit right there, Pasco could have hurdled the kid, but it's actually considered illegal. What do you think about that?
Thank you for bringing that up, because I think that last game too we called, and I was calling with Miss Gooch, and she asked that same question. Why is hurdling considered to be unsafe?
Right.
I think it should be allowed.
Right.
If you are diving at my ankle or my knee, and you're telling me I can't hurdle, well, how am I supposed to protect myself? Drop my shoulder, drop my head? I don't think so. I'm going to jump over you. It's just a natural human thing to do.
Instinct. Yeah.
Like if I'm throwing a ball at you, you're gonna duck, right? It's the same thing. If you're coming down to my knees, I'm jumping over you.
Right.
I think it was Fiki that jumped over that guy. And that was an amazing play. And I was like, that was so awesome. And then they called it back. So I don't know.
I dislike that. I think they need to change it.
When did they change that to being illegal? Because back in our day, we could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah, probably.
But we could also use our helmet too, right?
Exactly. Well, Konawaena gets the QB or number 5 actually down in the backfield. A rare occasion where Hilo gets taken down behind the line.
Well, that's what I like to see too, is fortitude and moxie and character. Do these teams look at the scoreboard and give up and drop their head? No, they don't. Even when I was calling that game against Honoka, they never held their head. They kept battling and they kept scrapping. And I don't know if it's just a Big Island thing or it's a pride thing or it's just a hard-working blue-collar thing where we're not going to quit. We're not going to give up. We're not going to turn on each other. We're not going to make penalties. We're going to play the game with class and dignity and play it hard all the way till the end.
Yeah.
And you start cheering for those teams. Like I literally started cheering for Honoka and I said, "Come on, guys, let's get one in the end zone."
Well, and these are things that these young men, I think, need later in life, is how to stand back up when they're hit down and be able to come back from scenarios that they feel they can't dig themselves out of the hole, like this one. But I can tell you right now, even though there's 18 seconds left in the third quarter here at Francis Wong Stadium, Konawaena, I still ain't going to count them out because anything could happen.
Well, because you've seen great teams like this come back. You've seen teams on the other side of the island come back with victories,
right?
You know, and come back to make it competitive, whether it's any sport, football or, I mean, look at Konawaena's girls basketball team.
Right. Oh yeah, legendary.
Like, they're going on the other islands and they're rolling people.
Right.
You know.
Well, so, the way that this Hilo football team is going, they're kind of starting to create that kind of lore too. And here's one of the legends of Hilo High School coaching and ex-player, Coach David Murray, who you know, played at the next level as well. And he's the OC here for the Hilo High squad. And I can tell you right now, he's done a lot of great things for this program and implements a great system with his passing schemes. Has a lot of simple but complexities to the plays and routes and scheme that he runs, but he keeps the defense off balance. He's been putting up 50-some points pretty consistently here every week.
That's incredible to watch. You know,
and for them to be up 28-0 to a stout Konawaena defense, that just shows, you know, the type of athletes he's coaching out there.
And they put wrinkles in every week. You know, they make all these adjustments, all these modifications, all these little tweaks to just keep these kids on their toes. You know, it's not the same plays. It's, we're gonna try this, we're gonna do this. Oh, this defense goes this way, so we're gonna try this. So it's using their minds and not only their athletic ability to be successful. And that's another coach too I always see on campus all the time, in the weight room, on the field, doing whatever he got to do to help these kids, man.
Oh yeah, he's passionate. He's passionate about his Vikings, and him, Coach Zeke Tomaselli, Coach Ed, Coach Kael, Coach Maurice Silva, a handful of these coaches are always over there making sure these kids are putting in the work.
Coach Silva, Coach Tanaguchi, Coach Rocha, a lot of these names, Coach Lewis. They have a pretty good size staff here.
They do.
Which helps as well, right? I mean, you're so thin.
And
when I was at Kapolei, we had to do JV and varsity. I mean, it's like, that's a long day for these coaches. So,
well, and another unsung hero for this team that does a lot of the work that nobody else really wants to do, like fixing uniforms, fixing helmets, is Lyle Silva Sr., who's helping out, just managing whatever aspect that's needed, and that guy's absolutely clutch.
That is a tall order. What a fake. He faked everybody out. Nice pass, too. What a catch. That's your boy
number
again.
5.
Nobody touched him. 3 Wildcats around him.
Damian Kai with the TD. 10th grade wide receiver. Obviously.
That is how you write it up.
Right.
That's how you draw it up.
Right.
In your brain, too.
Right.
Just like that. One play.
One play. And that's...
And then you get your wish with this point right here. You get the 35-0.
That's exactly what I predicted, I guess, huh?
You did. Which I'm going to ask you your prediction for the next game, because I'm curious to know. And we're at 30, going to be soon to be 35-0. It took almost 4 quarters to do it.
Right.
But that is a beautiful play. And that's when you're on the sideline as a coach and you're like, you know what? That's exactly how we wrote it up.
Right.
That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. And maybe it took all those other plays to set up that big play, right?
This defense ain't no joke. These Konawaena don't come in here. I can tell you, they probably prepare 2-3 years or 2-3 games in advance to play Hilo High, because they know what Hilo High brings to the table. They know how dedicated their coaching staff is, and us as well. We were watching film. Hilo High was watching film on Konawaena from day one, because they know the guys they need to prepare for.
That's right.
And this is the game. This is the showdown. This is the lead up to the main event. So this JV game is... You know, I don't think it's going to go exactly like the varsity game is, but it's going to be pretty similar. Hilo High varsity isn't just going to come here and run all over Konawaena. Konawaena doesn't allow that. These kids are gritty. These kids are tough.
And they brought their crowd with them. I see a lot of green and white in the stands, which I love.
They're very
I love
prideful.
I love that.
When we go to Konawaena, they have some of the crowded,
the
loudest fans.
That was also a pooch kick.
In fact, if you don't perform as a Konawaena player, your own fans will let you hear about it a lot of times.
That's right. That is right. Because you're talking about generational type players. They've played. Their dad has played.
Right. And because Konawaena was so great back in the day,
that was it.
That's what they expect as well.
That's it. That was the only school on that side.
Right.
They were the powerhouse. You talk about 50 kids. Back in those days, 100 kids.
Easy, yeah.
Easy. All in white. And they all look huge.
I don't know what happened to their size, but maybe the Tongans and Samoans went to Laie from Kona. But
well, Kahuku is. What a hit!
They don't seem to have the size even for back when I was playing, because they used to be 6'2", 320 across the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now their line is lucky to average 6 feet 240.
Maybe Kalakei took them. I don't know.
Yeah. Kalakei has a little bit bigger squad, but
big boys, huh?
Still not like the old days.
That's a nice handoff to the outside. Trying to find a crease or so. Oh, breaks through it. Oh. Hilo High School defense, man, swarming. These boys can hit.
Yeah. The intensity that Coach Kael tells his team.
He is an intense man.
He's very intense. Man, he's very intense. And what's funny is he looks like he's timid and stuff, but once you get to know him and get in the middle of his whole scheme and what's going on there,
him, man.
He bites. He bites.
Oh, yeah. He's got a persona, that's for sure. Nice throw. That was a unfortunate drop there.
He felt the safety coming down on him, and the safety went to lay the wood. Luckily, he held up a little because he might have been caught for a personal foul if he had laid into him.
Yeah, number 20. He's just a freshman, 5'4", 135. He's having a tough night tonight, but that's all right. Line it up, forget about it. When you're a receiver, you need to have a short-term memory, man. You go get the next one, man. It's okay. It happens. Out to the flat. Oh, that's a forward pass as well.
Yeah, that was close as far as lateral.
Right. Kayave. Kavelu Kayave. Number 9. He's been working out hard today, man. 5'11", 165. He's a freshman, too. That's a big freshman, man. They got some good size on this team. Got some 6-footers. Got some 200-pounders here. Number 65, he's 5'5", 280 pounds.
Wow.
And he's only a freshman.
Wow.
Talk about a big boy. Back to pass. Dropped again. They're having a tough time, these Wildcats, to catch this ball. I don't know if it's a little slippery or a little slick. They're throwing it well. They're getting the ball in the air. They just can't seem to bring it down. It seems like many of them are still starters. It doesn't seem like we've made any adjustment as far as substitutions tonight so far.
Oh, wow.
Looks like they're going to pass again. It's on 4th down. They're going to go for it. He's going to lean back and launch it. That was almost like a Hail Mary. Knocked it down. Good play on the defense again. Jeez, man. How many times do we need to say number 5 today? Damian Kai. Now he's playing safety back there.
That kid is a tremendous athlete, and he's only a freshman, or a sophomore. But you know, he's probably going to be an impact player, even then towards the end of this year, going into the state tournament, and definitely next year he'll be all over the field.
That's true. So now it's Viking football. 1st down. Are they on the 50? They're close to the 50. 5 minutes left in the game, 35-0. I'm hoping they just run this ball out. Different quarterback here. Given to the first man up the field. We got a quarterback change. It's Kepa Ipia Peters, number 3. You talked about a lot of quarterbacks. They got another quarterback in there.
Right. So this is actually
Kepa,
for the start of their season was their 4th string guy coming in now.
And now he's number 2.
He's number 2.
So big shift then, huh?
Big shift. And to see the success, considering this is the 4th guy.
You know, that's honestly, that's rare. You get 1, 2 guys maybe.
Yeah.
And out of the 2 guys,
right,
only one of them can truly pass the ball.
Right.
You know? I was fortunate. I had a quarterback. He was 1 year younger than me, Robert Medeiros, and he was a gunslinger. He was a baseball player. And he played at UH Manoa. He's a tremendous athlete. But when he was a freshman, I was a sophomore, so I got tons of passes. Of course, he stayed down JV my junior year. And then my senior year, he came up, and again, we threw the ball every single play. Shotgun, Robert Medeiros, heave it as far as you can. That's for a receiver. I mean, it's fortunate to have people to throw you the ball. If not, you're just downfield blocking. That's all you're doing.
You know, I like the deception that this Hilo High offense has. They're constantly moving and motioning guys across the line of scrimmage or the face of the quarterback. Because this defense is so so indecisive of who to go after. And I think that's where a lot of this success is coming from tonight.
Well, when you talk about your defense as well too, you can afford to, you know, experiment with some certain plays because your defense is so stout. 0 points on the board. Let's try this play. Let's go. Let's try something new.
Gives you some flexibility.
You do. You have that confidence. Maybe the other team go 3 and out. You get the ball back anyway. You know what I mean? So they're gonna punt it again. Oh, that's a bad punt. Looks like a shank.
Off the side of the foot.
He picks it up. Nice heads-up play.
Number 83. From Konawaena. It looks like it is Keali'ikoa Hanoa. There is no number 83. Maybe it was 82.
Maybe that was 23, maybe. Yeah, 23? I saw the 3, though.
Trevon Laughlin.
There you go, Trevon. Trevon.
5'6", 120 sophomore from Kona.
I'm rooting for Trevon.
Looks to be one of their better skilled players. He's getting the ball here and there.
You're right.
And, usually you put some of your better athletes back on a punt return.
That's true. And you mentioned this before, you know, having these kids play these different positions and actually trying to get the best athletes on the field at all times. How was it when you were playing? Was it a more platoon system or was it the best player on the field?
Unfortunately,
how was it when you played?
Was a platoon system. It really depends on the coaches. I don't understand everybody's philosophies. Me, I'm the type where I try to position people where I feel they best fit.
Right.
And I believe in versatility and training to be versatile.
Yeah.
Especially because at every phase or level of the game, every phase of moving through the ranks, whether it's Pop Warner or Little League baseball, you're not always going to be the catcher, the pitcher, or shortstop. You may evolve and have to move to different positions depending on your personnel, because some guys are specialty guys. They only can play certain positions. So if you become versatile, you almost guarantee you have a spot at all times.
That's true. That's true. Athletically and then also mentally, right? Like being a true team player of saying, hey, Coach Hasenrita, I'll play whatever position you want me to play.
When I think
Put me in, Coach. You know, I just want to be on the field. I want to contribute, you know?
That's kind of like a quarterback's mindset, because a quarterback has to know everybody's play,
position.
everybody's route, everybody's blocking assignment, because you're basically determining and modifying it as you go. And I think having that perspective kind of allows me to understand, okay, what's best for these kids and how to approach the situation. And I think they all need that.
40 seconds left in the ball game. He comes up now. Akui picks it.
Oh, Akui.
He might take it all the way too. He's got some moves. Konawaena swarms him. 26 seconds left in the ball game. They're just gonna let this run out, hopefully.
Yeah, looks like it.
Can we go through the JV roster and give some shout outs to the JV guys? Is that cool?
This was an amazing game by Akui. He made a few guys miss it now, and they tackled him at the 50, but he had a chance to take it all the way.
He did.
This game's just about to run out here. We got 4 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Once the score reached 35-0, this game kind of just ran away, and the clock literally disappeared.
35-0. Very impressive, lopsided type of victory. Very dominant, I feel, on both offense and defense, and even in special teams.
Yeah, it was a well-rounded victory.
They just put the cooler on your guy over there.
Dave Murray.
Dave Murray got soaked with the cooler.
And Coach Dave Murray is actually, he designed all the Hilo High gear. So anyone who's interested in purchasing or supporting Hilo High School football team, they have some football gear, towels, and hats.
Umbrellas, too, I thought.
Umbrellas. Yeah. And I heard there's a deal on the Hilo High School towels and hats, $25 for the pair of them.
That's
or
good.
$15 a piece. So you can save a little money if you get the two. I prefer getting the combination and save those for the championship game next week, as well as potentially the state tournament here in a few weeks.
There you go. And all the proceeds go to the football program?
All the proceeds go to the football program.
Awesome. There's your boy at the front of the line there, Coach Kahu.
Kahu Zeke Tomaselli, one of my classmates from O2. He was one of our offensive linemen, our fullback, and he played D tackle as well. He was a really.
He must have been a fun guy to play with.
He was fun.
Right?
He prayed for us. He sang for the team. He's very similar.
He's so talented. He can play every instrument out there, and he can sing, and he can preach.
He grew up in a church.
You are not going to fall asleep in his church, man.
Yeah, what a great guy.
That's the thing, man. You know, these guys are great football guys, right? But, you know, Coach Baba, he's my coach.
Yeah, like he is my coach too.
And these guys are like men that you respect. Right. And they demand those morals and those values, the honor, the excellence, the loyalty, everything that Vikings stand for. These men, they preach it, they live it, they walk it, they talk it. They eat, sleep, like everything. Right. All these guys, you know?
No, these kids are tremendously fortunate. I can tell you right now, the love and commitment and affection that these coaches and kids have for each other, I've you know, it's a great thing to experience and to be a part of. And
that's right.
These kids are blessed. That's all I can say. That's the best way I could put it.
Are we saying goodnight off of this game? And
no, let's congratulate some of these players. And probably going to end up seeing them.
We'll keep talking until we get kicked off.
Yeah. We're probably going to end up seeing a lot of these guys next week as well come up to the varsity, considering this is the last JV game. But
I think we can skip some of these names. We said Damien Kai for forever today. Baholi Alchoy, number 10. Kauhu Kaluna, he's number 12. He's the quarterback. He played great.
Right.
Kimo Ibanez, I hope you feel better. Hope you get better. Hope you get well. Kepo Ipia Peters, he played at the last part. Quarterback, number 3.
Grader,
You mentioned Koa Kui's number and name many times.
He's definitely coming up to the varsity.
I do have Rocky Abadila in my class.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I do. Keep up the good work there, Rocky.
Number 15, Kaimana Tufui, wide receiver, 9th grade. Number 16, Kili'i Davis, linebacker, 9th grade. Jaden Pasco. He was a hammer tonight, running up the middle, sideline to sideline, 10th grade running back. Number 22, Zaya Kanai, 9th grade running back. 23, John Oda, congratulations, 11th grade linebacker. Daryl Ramos, 9th grade DB, number 24. Jeremy Reyes Orsino, 11th grade linebacker.
Some good hits.
Navai Freeman, number 30, 9th grade linebacker.
I got Malachi Paya in my class. He's a very, very excellent young man. Number 31. Defensive line, they got him down. I didn't know he played defensive line.
Wow.
Caden Enos, number 32, defensive back. He's an 11th grader. I got Isaiah Montoya. He's an excellent young man, number 33, linebacker. I got, I had Kayapo. Apo Silva, number 34. Yep. So, I think we're going to sign off and... Huh? All right. That was the alma mater that we're talking over. We just wanted to give some shout-outs to some of these boys because they're like, Mr. Masiama, you better say my name on the air. I put a lot of time blocking for these guys, and you don't recognize the offensive line and the defensive line. I'm like, sorry, guys. Isaiah Guerrero, 52, offensive lineman. Wailea, you mentioned him. Pea Whitney, number 54. Kekoa Crum, Jace Ambrosio. Connie De Silva, Philip Funaki. Great boys. Brock Kamakahi. Austin Uribe. Ofa Funaki. Brent Clack. Keola Simao. Trey Langacker is the kicker, and we got Cody Oshiro and Hanu Tioganko as receivers. I know I missed some of these guys. Congratulations on an outstanding season.
Right.
Very proud of you guys, young men, and hopefully we'll see you at the next level. Undefeated season, man. That is a very special thing to have.
I don't recall when the last time it was, but I know Coach Zeke Tomaselli said that this was the first that he's ever remembered.
That's awesome. And he's been there for a while.
He's been there for a long time, over 20 years.
That's great.
From his playing time to now as a coach. And this is excellent to see because the varsity has been having some tremendous success these last probably 6 or 7 years. And now to see that trickling down, and they're starting to synchronize their varsity program with the JV program, similar to the ILH programs do in Oahu. I think that's just going to be adding more and more continuity. They're going to be able to dial it in quicker and not have to waste half the season before they can start clicking and you know, winning games like this.
You want to take this one there, Charles?
You go.
All right, okay. We'll take this time to thank everybody live streaming. Actually, people at the stadium here watching our football boys here, Junior Varsity football boys. And also, I want to thank Mr. Dirks, administration. We want to thank all the teachers and the support staff, security, custodians, EAs. Especially want to thank the K-Vikes TV crew for making this stream possible. We talked about that.
Thank you,
opening up opportunities for all these athletes at school. You know, they do all the games, K-Vikes.
Right.
They're at every game doing live streaming, which is super awesome. If it is possible, hey, please follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Hilo High School. Thank you, and have a great night. Charles, it's been an honor.
Aloha, everyone.
We'll have a little break until...
Great to be here, and we'll be back in a short little while here for the varsity kickoff.
Take care.